Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take apart my $800 graphics card and I'm going to water cool it and install this water block. And first I have to drain the loop without spilling water in the computer. So that's the short version of what's going to happen today. Yeah, that's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned and see if I will short circuit everything. Now, the semi-long version is, the slightly longer version is, in 2018 I built my first gaming rig with water cooling since 2003. I think I went back into PC again after only been running Mac for some time. And so I wanted to get into water cooling because I thought it was fun. And so I ran the 1080 GTX with a i7700K for 4 or 5 years. And last spring of 2022, I purchased a new motherboard with a 12700 Intel CPU, and I moved my old graphics card 1080 into this rig. And I asked EKWB, I sent their support my whole old parts list and said, can I use my old rig cooling on the new motherboard? And they said, yeah, you can use your old Supremacy cooling block on the new Intel. You just need a new backplate, which was 2 euros. So I installed that last spring, and then early last summer I got a 3080, only 10 gigabytes and low hash rate, and I got that from, in Danish kroner, 6,500, I think. That's wow, that's $800-900 if you look at it roughly. And now it is winter 2023, the beginning of 2023, and these prices haven't come down. And if you're following graphics cards prices, you know the new series is out, and that's just even more expensive. So if I break this one, if I destroy this one, I'll have to pay at least the same to get the same type of graphic cards again. So the first order of the day is emptying the loop. I emptied it once when I removed the old 1080 and I put back the air cooling on the 1080, and it's now in my streaming video bridge to Josh in Florida. But one thing I did not publish on my channel the second video of my installing water cooling, but I had the footage so I could assemble the old graphics card again and look at how it should be done. I had saved all the old screws, so this is why I'm recording this video as well. So in a few years time, when I need to go back on this, I have the documentation. Now, I was a bit lazy and I did not install my, can you see this? I did not install this, what do you call it, drain, as a valve here and a plug here, and that will be sitting on the graphics card's cooling block below it, so it's easier to drain it. I also have a, let's see, drainage pipe, a hose where I can screw onto it, so it would be easier to drain. But as you see, I was a bit lazy. I didn't even know where to put it this time. So yeah, emptying this loop right now is going to be a bit of a hassle. Yeah, I had it partially emptied a few days ago because I saw some gunk in here which looked like algae, which is strange because I'm using the cryo fuel from EKWB, and that should have something in it to kill all organic material and also prevent corrosion between materials, what's it called, metals. And then I bought some new one, and this is the wrong one. It's solid, and that means that you can see through it. There's some small particles, so it looks like blood or something like that. But that, I'm afraid, is going to leave some residue, or perhaps, so it was wrong. I thought it was the see-through blood red I got. So I have a clear one. They didn't have the blood red either as a mix or as a pre-mix. So, and I usually use these bottles like this to fill it and empty it. So this one is pristine, clean, coolant. And so I went to the car shop yesterday. I bought a few of these, so I'll use this. So I think what I'll start by doing is emptying this reservoir and then yeah, remove the hose up there and fill in with plenty of towels. I have some towels here. Even though they're black, I need to remember to wash them separately next time. Some kitchen towels, paper towels as well, and let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll prepare this, turn off the computer, remove the power, and then you can see me fail horribly. Okay, power has been removed to 40 volts, and I unplugged it. It has this little filling plug up here. I was thinking if I start by draining this with this, then maybe, maybe we'll get lucky and it won't. Just remove this. So because if I unplug this, you can see there's a bit of air in it. I haven't fully removed all air since mid this week when I discovered the gunk in it. Oh, it's draining by its own accord. Fantastic. Yeah, so I thought it was algae, but I read on some forums that it might have been some of the things you use to soften plastic seeping into the, going in contact with whatever it's in the coolant here, the anti-corrosion coolant. Right, so, and this here is my dirty-ish water, and I'll just dispose of that. I think I want to make sure the cap is fully on here, and I will actually, maybe I will, well, if that's, yeah, I'm not saying I have the complete idea. I can figure out how to do this. I have this one ready that I can put one of the tubes into. And this is why you need to, this is why you need a drainage something. Yeah, let me get this out of the way briefly. So, something like this. And one thing that's you can use paper towels for and not just preventing water damage is when you have the colored coolant. I noticed that discovering leaks and splashes is not just because the paper expands so you can see when it's been wet. You can actually also see the red droplets if there's anything getting out. Now there will come water out here. There's no way to avoid that. One could argue I should have put the intake and outlet of the radiator lower. So I will keep it up. This should probably be enough to, probably, famous last words. Let's unscrew this. This is the outlet. On the inlet I also have a temperature sensor that goes to the motherboard. And finding a motherboard with temperature sensors, that limits your selection quite a bit. Let's start by unscrewing this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to keep this safe and keep it in view, but it might obstruct the view somewhat a bit, and there's no helping that. Break the also seal or vacuum. Let's see. Oh God, this is. Yes, and yikes. Water coming out here, dripping into the towel. That's fine. Could we loosen this a bit? I would like more to come down into the reservoir, please. Yeah, it's hard to, difficult to watch here. Could we have more water coming in here, please? Yes. Hope I don't fill up. Yeah, let's just. I would like to See if I can empty this a bit again. Can I get the air out here? Yeah, great, Martin. Right, sucking it out. And letting air in again. Okay. I really need another pair of hands for this. I have mounted some tilting or angled fittings that you can see they can move without unscrewing them. And this goes into this one, that's good. Rightio. So, first major crisis avoided. If I tilt this one or turn it upwards, slightly less chance of things spilling over. Now, I need this one needs to be from the processor. That needs to come from the graphics cards when we're done here. So we'll need to empty this as well. And if you notice, this pump is sitting just loosely on the system here, and that's because when I installed the 3080, I had made room in the back of the computer to screw it firmly into place, but the graphics card removed that option for me, and the radiator that's sitting here in front of the computer is an old EKWB, old standard, and it's quite thick. So there was a bit of lack of space. I'll put this without. Yeah. But once I get the new graphics card mounted, I should be able to fit it back into the socket. You can see that later on. Okay. Yes. Let's remove this wire and let's remove the RGB wire. Okay. This would have been a lot easier if I had the drain installed. I might as well. This is a. Should I remove the pump entirely? I don't know. Yes. Water cooling up. I also have a plastic bag under. So, yeah, you can just go into the. Yeah, I need to. Let's see. If I lift this up a bit. Yeah, I need to disconnect this anyway. No way around it. Oh man, this is. I really tightened this good. A bit too good actually. Now that's coming loose. The fitting. Yeah, if I pull this up too hard, this will go up and maybe if I put this back in here and get everything as low down as possible. Can I just hold it? Yes. I think this helps a bit. There we go. And into this one. Yes. I can't get everything out, but better. You know what? I think I think this is going to be slightly too long anyway. So I think I actually might cut it. Look at how I prepared. No, don't do that. How sort of prepared I am. Yeah, I need an extra pair of hands for this, really. This can go down here without too much problem. And then I can, if I cut this, then I can tinker with this later on. And I need, I really could use my beer stomach here. Here we go. There we go. And let's just put this in here for a moment. Yeah, let's unplug this completely. If I can find it, I think it's just a sec. Get this out of the equation. Right. Yeah. I'm just going to put this into the bathroom and it can drip wherever. Be right back. Okay, so now I have removed the old loop. This is 30-ish coolant. This is 30 coolant. Now next step is to remove the graphics card and get started working on that. And I will do that on my desk, and I will need to set up this camera differently. And I'll need to clean up a bit of this water. So I'll do that, remove the graphics card, and I'll see you when I'm ready to disassemble that. I think this tubing I will, I'll just put it up here for now. I think that's probably the safest bet. So we have closed the loop again without the pump. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Seems like the best idea. Right. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's avoid some warranties now. This isn't the perfect recording setup. It could be better, but I'm doing my best here with what I have. So this is kind of what it looks like. Let me take a picture of it. Might be a bit shaky. I also noticed I hadn't fully removed all plastic on the back of it. Anyway, not that it would matter, I think. So how do we do this? Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I think we might need to go in from behind. Can you see this on the? There's certainly something here, and right. I think actually the front plate needs to remove first, and I also have a new back plate for better cooling, hopefully. So I don't know if we should be removing these. I can't tell. Wow. I might. This might needs to go as well. Wow. Okay. Perhaps I should upgrade to something from iFixit one day. This is not the right size. Is this in view? It's spring loaded. It's spring loaded. Oh, is that connected to? It is connected to the other part here. Put it into plastic bag right away. It isn't tightened too hard? Or is there a... I can see there's a washer or something like that right there, is there? Oh. Those need to... That one is for the back plate, so we have to get that from the other side. So far it looks like everything is using, they're using spring-loaded screws here on the... I don't even know if I need to use those, or there's a whole bag of screws with the water cooling board. So certainly those three, and I'm also guessing, is that one? I think that one, maybe all of these also, it looks like. Yeah, it's hard to see, isn't it? I'm not really too happy. Too happy about doing this, so can we even see this? There's a tiny little screw there. Yeah, I need to put this in the plastic bag right away. And this is why I recorded. So when I needed to put the old air cooling block back on my 1080. I was really happy that I had recorded this footage, even though I didn't upload it to YouTube, that part 2 of that video. Because I could just look at this, and it had some different ways the metals of the part of the cooler was connected, and it was really useful being able to look at that footage afterwards. I should get myself an iFixit toolkit. I got this is from, I can't remember, something else I bought a long time ago. These two here. Come on, man. God damn it. I have a tweezer or something in here. No, I don't. My fingers are too fat. There we go. So I got a poor man's version of a iFixit. I got it at a hardware store. So this is perhaps not the most intriguing video to watch. Yeah. Anyway, so I have this, what's it called? A Gigabyte set. It's a 690. It's with DDR5 memory. And as I said, I have a temperature sensor on the water as it comes from the CPU after being through the GPU as well. So I can control the fans. There's a bit of Loctite on these screws. I can control the fan speed to keep the noise down and keep the water cool. I will say the Gigabyte software for controlling all of these things, including the RGB and the whatever, sometimes it just doesn't start, it hangs when it starts. And I was Googling that, and some people said that they make the worst software, Gigabyte. And I upgraded it, and it did sometimes that in Windows 10, and I'm on 11, and it did that. Upgraded to 22H2, it's still. So I will need to fix that when I get this up and running, so I can monitor this more correctly. It didn't matter much when it was only the CPU running, because it was, I think I need the last, yeah, let's see, voiding warranty. Oh man. Because the CPU is only, what, 200 watts at most, but this will add 300 watts to the loop, 350 watts of heat. Output, I should say. Yeah, I think I have to get those as well. Jesus. I'm nervous, if you can't tell. So I will see if I need another radiator. Man, my eyes are not getting better. This is too bright. Maybe I should use my computer glasses here. These glasses with not fixed focal length are not making it easy. Okay, so this is probably under tension, it feels like, because when I'm unscrewing it, there's still... I'm not interested in stripping those. Just a sec. Well, it's my phone here. Yeah, so these are, what's it called, Phillips, or so tiny. I don't know if they're Phillips, but they're like the... This is not going well. Let's bring... am I stripping it? Certainly hope not. Nope, not yet. This seems way too big. This doesn't work. Well, this seems to be... How about this one? This seems to loose. Yeah, and this one sucks because first time I put this in here, it went into the back. So I have to always use the extension. But when you put the extension on, it doesn't fit in the bloody case. So, okay, ever so slowly. The screw is turning. Awesome. Yes, I'm using a magnifying glass on my phone. It helps. Okay. Does it say what size it is? It doesn't. So I can't give you any advice there. Need to remove this sticker here. Can we just punch through it? Would be better to get it off. If I can. Yeah, so right, so I hope what you say, what do I want to achieve this water cooling? It's thermal management and it's silence. Even though I have this Corsair 5000 is it D airflow glass panels, should have a lot of airflow. I don't like to have a too noisy computer because these days I just sit with my external speakers and not my headset on unless I'm streaming or playing, talking into a microphone. Rather want it not to be too noisy. Yeah. Okay. Now I hope these doesn't just spring. It does feel like they're under constant... Hang on. Yeah, so there's a spring below this bracket. Boing. Yeah, see that? Should we go... How do we do that do we need those again when I'm mounting the EKWB water block? I'm not sure. Oh wow, this is really under tension here. Okay. Yeah. Can I? This is very delicate. I don't know if it'll focus on it. Anyway, and there's some, okay, there's some hard plastic here. Push, oh, so it doesn't push down on the things mounted on the board. I remember, one thing I do remember about the last time oh, you know what, I might be something, yes, how is it? No, it's just resting on this part here. So of course and there's the fan connector there, and I realize this might not be the most exciting video to date. It feels like it's still caught on something. You know what, I'm just going to pause for a bit and then have a look around the whole thing. Right, so I've been looking over this a few times now, and I cannot for the life of me see that there should be anything connected. So there's probably some thermal pads. Ah! Oh God. It's loose. And as you can see, this goes through the motherboard. You can't, through the PCBs, you can't twist it. You should just bring it straight up. Oh God, this is... Oh man, this is... I do not like this part. Okay, what do we have here? Let's bring this into view, all of it. Nice. Oh wow, this is terrible. I don't like this part. Unlatch this. Unlatch. So, well, these two for the RGB and I suppose the fans. There you go. Yeah. So this is, oh wow, so this is also cooling. Wonder if they take that into account on the, it looks like it. It looks like it. Okay. It looks like it fits. I need to remove this as well. Coolio. There is a, okay, can't see that. It fits. I think this fits. Yeah. Okay. So might be a bit out of view, some of it. I can see there's the thermal pad here that goes down there, and this one sticks to there. So there are new thermal pads with the EK water block. What I'm also interested in seeing is that As you can see, it does get tiny bit shorter, and if this is in the way, this LED thing, I'm just going to remove it. There should be room for my water block, or for my reservoir. Okay, so this is the bag for the front plate. I think I should have a separate bag for the other plate. I will see if I can find another one, and then I'll get back to you. So just empty what I need to use for the front plate into this coffee cup here. Yeah, let's put that to the side for the moment being, and remember that was for everything that needs to go on the front plate. Can remove some of this gunk. They say alcohol, pure alcohol, is good for removing this. I will need to clean that up in a second. Yeah, next step is the back part, the back plate here. And I see, oh, these are so tiny. Too tiny, if you ask me. Hang on. What do we have here? Did they switch it up on me again? It is a Phillips screw. This one isn't fitting. Just a sec. This one is. Not a T0 then. The other one I believe was T0, or the 0. Yeah, this one's better. Cannot tell you what this is. One bigger. Okay, let's get them in here. Yeah. This is riveting, high action-packed content. You know what? I think if I have to not promise things I won't keep. But maybe I should post this full video on my random channel and then post the shorter version, on my main channel. Maybe that's what I should do. I think the audience of my main channel are perhaps not super interested in what's going on here. Of course, this shield I still need, so this one does have something that goes, that thing there. Is that? Does that line up with that? Let's just got that. So one that. Oh, there can be one there. I can't get into. What the hell? That one doesn't fit anywhere. Seems a bit loose. Let's have a look at this one up here. Let's keep that right there for a sec. Seems like there's some thermal pads on this side as well. So, strictly speaking, this would probably be good as well for cooling, but That's good for cooling, but I do not like this. Okay. So this screw needs to go into this bag as well. Okay. So what about this? Or was this only fitting with the... maybe this is already loose as well. Let's see. I don't see any more screws here. God damn it, this is... There are so many things that, that can go wrong. My plan was originally to buy a pre-mounted cooling block back in the day when the 3080 came out, and I'll move that later. Now it's ruined. Anyway, there's missing one there. That's not me. That's been missing. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. I didn't intend to buy a pre-mounted cooling block back in the day when a card with a pre-mounted cooling block, but it never showed up, and then the whole shortage happened and everything. So this is really too bright to use for this. I really don't see this as... I don't see this as screwed into anything anymore. This can... Don't do that, dude. Hang on. Oh my god, I was just about to crap myself here. You see this? Missing memory. This guy's only 10 gigabyte. I think, oh my god, is this sitting here? It's not. I need a break. I need to relax. Okay. Right. I'm going to take a break and I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to spare you of that. Because what's going to happen next is I have a backplate, new backplate for this, and I'm probably going to need to mount that first. I'm going to read the manual from EKWB, and they also have new thermal pads for both the water cooling block and the backplate. So I need to clean this up. And okay, so the manual specifies that I should complete and install the water cooling block before I install the backplate, even though we had to remove the original cooling to get to the backplate. So I'm going to do that. I have removed the thermal pads, and the ones on these, that must be power regulation modules, they were kind of brittle, and the ones down here were not brittle, so I assume these are the ones that get hot. And there's a manual here. This is going to be, that specifies where I need to put them on the motherboard. on the, not motherboard, on the PCB, and then at the thermal compound. I tried to get rid of all of it with a Q-tip, but no matter what I used, the alcohol, I couldn't get rid of it. Now these tiny, looks like resistors down there, whatever. I don't want to destroy anything. So for this one, there's these thermal strips, and I'm going to install them now and get on with it. So according to the description, in this one there's only two types, thankfully. F, the thin one, and G, the thick one. And the G should be, why does it want thermal pad G right there and F there? So I mean, this fits like this. I'm probably going to cover up these two as well, even though there's nothing there like it was before. And there, and there. And then I want G here. Yeah, I can see it fits, but you see, there's a thin line between there. Okay, so I put this on the easy ones, and I decided to not cut this into two because I have, let me show you later. But I put the plastic that was on the side with the glue, or whatever it's called, adhesive, underneath here. So what I'm going to do is like this. And this might fail in a horrible way. Could I just tap it down like this? And then perhaps, no, that doesn't work. Need to remove the, then like this. I think, because then I think it will fit actually. Might even be a bit better. And I was almost going to do it on these parts, but as we can see in the description here, it is the outer ones. So this doesn't need to be cut that much. I will use my nail clippers here, sort of. Ew. Yeah, so the dark side does not have adhesive, and that is sort of the more thin and flimsy plastic that covers these thermal pads, so it's sort of harder to get off. So they say you should remove all of this before putting it on. I was thinking, but if there are adhesive on both sides, then what I'm going to do, but this one isn't sticky. So then there's some thicker plastic on the other side here. That one is a bit sticky. So and these power modules would probably prefer to get as much cooling as possible. Here we go. Should I? There's a bit of air there, so that means when I, how is it? Yeah, like this. I wish I could get this without RGB, but that was not in stock. You know what? I think it's hard to see here. I think, yeah, it will be fine. It will work. And of course, this should be here. Now we come to the, what should we say, more contentious part, thermal paste or the compound. And some people say you should put a dot in the middle, some say you should do whatever. And I'm going to do what the manual says, which is this across. Before I'm doing that, I'm just going to check. This probably is not some of that fancy pants silver stuff that is partially electrically conductive. Is it EKTIM? EKTIM. What's it called? Paste. It probably isn't. Low viscosity and electrically non-conductive thermal compound makes it trouble-free and fail-safe. And you can probably get something that is a few degrees better. I don't know. But yeah, and I also have some lying around, but it's old and I'm not sure it's still good to apply. So I looked it up and it said, well, it should last at least a few years, and it's been sitting around for a few years. So, you know, let's just see if it, last time I did this, it just splurted out. So I'm just going to, just going to prime it here, so to speak. Okay. Let's see, I need to change the battery on the camera soon. So now is the time to tell me, oh, that's too much. This is definitely too much. Now it's time to tell me it's too much. It's too much, Martin. And it's even harder to, let me see, can I? This is way too much. But since it isn't thermally conductive, and I have seen plenty of videos on the internet, I feel like this is too much, man. Isn't it too much? That's a bit, maybe a little too little there. I feel like, God, this is, feel free to yell at me now. Yeah. God, I don't know. It's too much. I think it's too much. But yeah. Oh well. Placing the block on the graphics card. This procedure is the same for all. Carefully releasing the water block when pre-installed standoffs. Those are, I suppose, the pre-installed standoffs. Okay. I need to get all these stupid wires from the. It's too much. Now I look at it, it's stupid. It's stupid much. This is ridiculous. Did I put all the? Yes. Yeah, this is too much. I can see that. Yeah. It's going to be fun to remove again. Okay. Here goes nothing. With way too much thermal compound. I think too little might actually be worse, isn't it? There's probably a ton of videos from all the professional tech YouTubers out there testing that. God, this is not as easy as it sounds. Maybe I should just do top down and try to how to do this without, god damn. Well, I can line to this one up here, and there's one here and there, so certainly those Yeah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Attaching the water block to the graphics card. Use 13, blah, 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 screws. And that's where the manual said that I needed to remove some of the screws if I wanted to. If I wanted to install the backplate. But I'm just going to turn it upside down now. It's going to drop, isn't it? I'll be right back. Okay, so the cooler came in, the cooling block came in, and then I did notice I did manage to squeeze the RGB light again. Right. So now the time is come to mount the backplate, and I need to clean this up a bit and do the whole thingamajig again just for the backplate. So yeah, bit out of view. I will continue. No, maybe I should. Hang on, I have the backplate on manual on my computer here, and it says if I have installed the graphics card, I should remove 6 screws. That one, I think that one. No, hang on. It's all the way around. Yeah, I should remove that one. That one? What the hell? Okay. And that one, and that one, that one, that one. Okay, I'll start installing some of the other screws first. Okay, so this is barely in view. I have started screwing the screws into this, and it's a bit of a mixed experience, this thing. Clearly some needs to be longer and some needs to be shorter, and I have to figure out these. I'm not tightening much, right? I'm just placing it, and I'm avoiding those 6 that should be on the back plate. I was thinking that I would need the longer ones for the screws closest to the CPU, but that actually did not work. It wouldn't go in fully. Let me show you. It's hard getting all of this into the picture, isn't it? Yeah, is it? No, it's not. It's not working that well. So clearly not the long ones in here. I'll continue, and then I'll clean up this, and then we were ready to install the backplate. Okay, so I ended up doing what they were saying I should be doing. Although these 2 did fit perfectly inside this indentation here, so I don't know. Now I will fasten the screws for the front plate, and then I'll install this one. Okay, let's see if we can get this done. Pardon the noise in the background if you can hear it. It's my washing machine running. Okay, so we're almost done here. Looking forward to getting this mess cleaned up on my desk here. I can't see anywhere in the manual that says that the water should go in one certain way and out the other, so I'm not going to take that into account. This is, of course, it's upside down now, so I want to have water in this way, in this, and then out to the CPU there. Maybe it should be the other way around. If you know something better, let me know. I bought a few new fittings because I would really like to have an angle on it, and This should be able to help me with that. And this screws in here, and this one has a like a, I think, isn't this? Yes, you can turn this after you've fastened it. So yeah, like this, and a new fitting. I think you can get. I couldn't find them. I think you can get new O-rings for it. I'm not sure. Let's just let this sit here. We don't want any leaks, please. That means that on the top here, going to put a plug in here. Yeah, plug in here. Oh, was just outside of view, wasn't it? There we go. And we'll have another new one on top here. Ah! You know, I thought these had... Don't they have like a... They do! I remembered correctly. So you can actually fasten them. Not many people knows that, me included. Like this, and then on the bottom, this is a heavy bit. The evacuation when I need to of coolant when I need to empty it. Right. So now I have to mount the pump again and the graphics card. Let's see if it fits. I'm really hoping it will fit in here. Coolant pump has been moved into its place, and now I am excited to see if this, man, this is still heavy. I'm excited to see if this will fit here still, or what will happen. Let's see. Oh yes, yes, that's awesome. Click. Okay. Oh, can I get this? This is kind of hard to do while trying to get some sort of useful footage. Don't fall down. I could probably give it one more screw here. I was hoping it would perhaps sag a little bit less. But I can see this is also quite heavy. So now I want to connect this to here. New pipe from here to here. And this one back up here. So hopefully without spilling too much water. And then I'll fill it with water and let it run the pump only for a little while. Okay. So this one, I have a bit of spare hose still if I need to redo something here. Well, I think I can use this one and just cut it down a bit. I'll just put this on before I forget it. And how much will drip out here? Drip, drip, drip. Yes, so like a 45 angle perhaps would have been ideal here. It's falling out, but it's on a cord here, so perhaps a bit like this. That's too short. Will it work? I think it'll work. Great. Come on, man. I want to get it as furthest down as possible here, right? Yeah. Okay. This one needs to go up there again. Now this expenditure, just trim it. I think I will still do fine. Hopefully without destroying anything. I cut this video a bit down after all because otherwise would be here all day watching me trying to get this to fit again. Come on, there we go. No, you need to go up there. Yes. Yes. There we go. It actually still could be a bit shorter, couldn't it? Just have it. I think it could be more. I don't know. Yeah. It'll probably be fine. These does seem like newer fittings, these ones, so they work a bit different than the others, I feel like. And can we reuse some of this? It's not that old, we might as well. So, is that's probably, yeah, let's cut it down a bit. I haven't screwed the pump firmly into its noise dampening, what's it called, thing it sits on here, because I wanted to be able to rotate it a bit back and forth if needed. Yeah. Still too long. Should just have Should I use turn it a bit the other way now that it already has a bit of bend to it. Doesn't matter, really. Yeah, cut this a bit more. Not too much. This will be fine. And I think my microphone is just about to run out of power now, so I will try to be quick about this part here and can have some dinner soon. No, it can't take a millimeter more, I think. There we go. Come on. Feels like these need less turns than the other. Right, okay. Must remember to plug the power all the way in. Well, this is a 3080. I think it will melt like the new ones with the new special cable. This might actually be easier for you to see what's going on here with me. Now I have to sit like this. Click. I heard a distinct click. Is it in view? It is. It is in view. So I was running the cryofuel, and then what I have here is cryofuel again, only colorless, but also a bit of the blood red in it still. So it is the same manufacturer here. So we're just going to. This is. I need to tighten this a bit more. This is dripping. I need to buy more of these. I could use the other one. I have distilled water in, perhaps. Should do that. Okay. We're probably going to need to add more. Well, we are going to need to add more. So first up, I want to say a little prayer. The audio is still working. So you can hear me swear when there comes water out everywhere. So I'm not powering on the computer just yet. I'm putting down some. Hopefully there won't be a lot of stuff coming out. Still a lot of coolant coming out, but we're going to put these here anyway. And this is going to be amusing if it starts pouring out. I said, oh, I never would have noticed. Anyway, I should probably have some up on these as well. But okay, so what we're going to do now is power on the pump, but not power on the computer. So I have this power supply which has output for hard drives. And it has a little switch on it. On off. Let's hope this works. Let's see. Off. It's in off now. And so I can connect my pump to that. I got this from back in the day when you had external USB connections to deal with hard drives. So now let's have a look and see what happens. It doesn't light up. I did not turn it on at the at the wall. Okay, but this makes it a little bit easier. Oh. And we don't want to run the pump dry because these pumps are lubricated by the water, so that will significantly reduce its lifespan. So let's see, let's run it again. Are we seeing anything problematic right now? So there's a lot of air in it, and that's also why it needs to run for a while. And I don't know if you can see up here, it's quite noisy right now with all the air in it. So far no major issues. Oh, a lot of air. Does it look fine? It looks fine, doesn't it? Oh wait, I can't see actually behind that. That could be need to keep an eye on that. If it would go here and drip into the motherboard. These, of course, must be 100% dry after running. Yeah, but so far we just need to get all the air out of it, and it's a bit noisy until you put the plug on top here, so yeah, it'll be fine. I can see there's still a pocket of air here, but I noticed that it can take many days for it to completely evacuate all the air from the system, and this will probably go down even for a few weeks or a week, depending on how much I use it. So yeah, I will let this run for a few hours, and I'll have some dinner, and I'll keep an eye on it to see that everything stays dry, and let's see what happens. Now it's time to charge it's time to charge the microphone, definitely. No panics left yet. Yeah, I still have panic left. I still don't know if the card will fire up. We'll have to wait a little while to see that. See you after my dinner break. Okay, so it has been more than a few hours, and it had been running for a very long time. I had my dinner and everything. It is almost ready. Let me get a little more light here. Is that better? There's still a little bit of air. Don't know if you can see it just on top here of the cooler up here for the CPU, and as you can see here, clearly the radiator hasn't been completely evacuated for air yet. I had my phone under here, and I did see some bubbles in there, but they are gone now. But it will need to run at least a day or two more for me to get all of the last air out of it. I feel like there's a lot of power in the pump, but it probably could be better. This here annoys me a bit. It's a bit too long, isn't it? I will need to shorten that sometime, but I will wait and see how it works with this radiator and this graphics card, how well it cools it. So yeah, I'm stalling because now we have to turn it on, and I'll start by turning on my monitor here, and I'll have a look and see if it blows up in my face. So all water now. Let's go. Well, it turns on. So far so good. I don't see anything on the screen. Oh wait. It's booting. Yeah, there's picture at least on my monitor. Yes. Okay. So so far so good. Right. The next up for me is going to take a very long time. I'm going to try to wiggle it up around a bit and get the last air out, and I'm going to put the external power supply back on tonight and let it run throughout the night, just trying to get the last air out. There's still a lot of air around in the hoses and the bubbles. So yeah, and I'm going to of course have to check the thermals on it. That goes without saying. It might be running dangerously hot already. So yeah, this is going to be a rather long video, so I'll get started on the thermals and testing and reprogramming the fan speed compared to the temperature of the output water from the cooling loop before it enters the radiator. And well, maybe I should have put a sensor on what goes back into, I don't know. Anyway, never mind. That's another video, otherwise we'll never get this done. So, and if anyone knows a cheap, quick video editor for Windows that is easy to learn and just it's good at stitching clips together, like for this video, and uses the GPU and stuff like that, let me know please, because my old Mac or my newer MacBook Air is it's just too slow for editing large videos. Let me know what you think. I need to do something on PC instead. So yeah, see you around. Cheers.